So, this is the Angry Reviewer, and I just got home, fucking tired. I'm hangry. I'm gonna bring you a short and sweet review of Alien Covenant. I'm gonna tell you the good, the bad, the shitty, and the disappointing. First, the good. The good, I really didn't find nothing bad about this film or disappointing. What I am going to tell you, if you pretty much seen the 1976 film Alien, then you've seen this film. You got your Ash, which was Michael Fassbender's David. You got your Dallas, which is Danny McBride's Tennessee. You have your Ripley, which is this young chick. For the life of me, I don't know who the fuck she is. And I don't really think I care. And so on and so forth. You got your scared chick. Just like in the first Alien film. The one that freaked out and got homeboy killed. So, all in all, plain and simple, if you've seen Alien, you've seen this film. This film, though, here's one little tiny nitpick I had with this film. This film takes a while to get going. Most of the beginning of the film is just them walking around on the ship and shit. And typical routine stuff that you would do on a ship when you're on an exploratory mission. So that's kind of uninteresting to me. So when that's happening, the film slows down. It doesn't hinder the film. It doesn't make the film ungreat. It's just that some people might find that boring. But when shit picks up and the fucking shit hits the fan, it just puts its feet to the ground and starts running. And it goes. It's fucking awesome. Of course, I love Michael Fassbender. I like Danny McBride. I don't know who the rest of these other fucking people are, and I could give a shit less. But all in all, great film. If you've seen the first Alien, you've seen this film. There's nothing different from this film to the first Alien. Only little tweaks that they made here and there. You find out through paintings and drawings David did what happened, and flashbacks, what happened to the engineers. You find out what happened to Elizabeth Shaw and what David did to her. Spoiler alert, he killed her. He used her as a trigger for his aliens. She was the host to his facehuggers. It was through her sacrifice, which he made that decision for her, that he was able to create the aliens, which is a spoiler alert. In this movie, the twist is David created the aliens. He became like a botanist or a cryptozoologist, whatever you want to call it. He basically hand grew the aliens. He made the face huggers. And in typical fashion, you pretty much know where this is going. David is the Ash. David is the one that wants to bring the aliens to Earth because he's the android that thinks he's far superior than humans. He has this God complex going on, and he thinks we're inferior to our creations, the androids. So imagine Dragon Ball Z, Android 17 and 18, and if they had a God complex and they had the intelligence to create life like David did, that's pretty much David. Did I like the movie? I'm a hardcore Aliens fan, so fuck yeah, I liked it. It was one of my favorite Alien films. Would I recommend multiple viewings of it? I gotta be honest, no. You've seen it once, you've seen it enough. If you've seen Alien, you've seen this film. The visuals are beautiful. The sets are awesome. Everything in this movie was stunning. Was visually stunning. But I mean, I hate saying it, but you've pretty much seen everything about this film in the original Alien film. Ridley Scott basically just took his original Alien film and turned it to Alien Covenant. That's all he did. Right down to when the explorers are hunting the xenomorph in the corridors, and right down to the scene where the xenomorph gets blown off into space. Just like in the first one, what Ripley did. But this time, the xenomorph got blown off into space through a tractor. It got impaled on the spike of a tractor, and the tractor flew off the ship. And when it flew off the ship, since the alien was impaled on it, it sent the alien off into space. And typical Ripley, this girl survives. I don't know who the fuck she is. I could care less because she was a forgettable character. Danny McBride survives, which we all know in the first film Dallas died, but in this one Dallas lives. So that was a tweak. Mother turns out to be good, while you have your Ash character who turns out to be evil in the form of Michael Fassbender as David. He was the Ash. I mean, there's a lot you could nitpick with this film, and I could see where people are going to walk out of it and say, oh, I just basically watched Alien again. I'm going to do that shit. I can go pop in my fucking DVD and watch Alien. Is it movie great? Not really. Is it a good watch? Most definitely. Would I recommend multiple viewings? Nah. I think once or twice and you're good, because you're pretty much just watching Alien again. That's all they did. They just recycled Alien and added Michael Fassbender as the genetic engineer to the aliens. And make Michael Fassbender the one that killed Shaw and wiped out the engineers by turning their weapon on them. And by the way, you know, the engineers, they got angry with us because we were imperfect. So they wanted to turn us into creatures uglier than what we already, in their eyes, were. So that's where the xenomorph and Prometheus came in. They even took, and I guess it's like a nod to the xenomorph in Alien Resurrection. They actually made a human-esque alien. Yeah, of course they got wiped out by the captain. That's an of course. But this fucker went as far as ripping off Alien Resurrection of all films. Alien Resurrection wasn't a bad film in my opinion, but it wasn't the greatest. Neither was Alien 3. And this fucker, Ridley Scott, turns around and blatantly rips off Alien Resurrection. And he ripped off his own Alien film. That's sad. when first you make a carbon copy of the original Alien, you add Michael Fassbender and a couple of other people Danny McBride, I know who he is, but the rest of them, you add some forgettable characters and trying to make us love them. Then you blatantly rip off Alien Resurrection and make the humanoid alien. I mean, come the fuck on. And yes, this alien had humanoid traits, except it didn't have that annoying fucking puppy dog look in its eyes. All in all, Alien Covenant is a B-. Great movie, great story, but since I already seen Alien before I went into that theater, and I've already seen Alien Resurrection, it did nothing new for me. Except for the twist with David killing Shaw and David being the creator of the aliens. Other than that, if you miss this film, you ain't missing nothing. If you happen to see this film, well, enjoy it. I did. And don't think too much into it, because then if you do, your head's going to start hurting you. And you're going to be pretty pissed off and feel cheated by the ending of the film. But that's my review. Those are my thoughts. Good, bad, smart, not smart. Really doesn't matter to me. This was just my review. I'm the Angry Reviewer. I'm me or you. I'm out.